thanks very much for this interview on behalf of the British Free Press. I'm just wondering, with the EDL marches and the prison guard at the moment, what's your Britain First stance on this?
Well, I got up this morning. Things were bad enough yesterday with people attacking war memorials and the EDL rampaging about the countryside. And I got up this morning and I'm met with headlines like this. This guy who's in jail for plotting to behead a soldier then is now kidnapped and seriously assaulted with some of his colleagues, a prison officer, another Muslim fanatic, another Islamic lunatic in our jails, which are fast becoming training grounds for Muslim terrorists. And I'm absolutely appalled. So first of all, Britain First sympathies go certainly to this prison officer and his family. It must have been a terrible experience. But I'd like to say people in England have to keep calm. I watched as bald-headed, boozed-up guys rampaging through different cities in England, and I've seen unheard of attacks on mosques and all that. It's not on. You don't attack people's place of worship. It's just the same as you don't attack war memorials. It's not on. And a wee word to the wise. I live in Belfast, and I've lived in Belfast through the Troubles, and it's very easy taking the lid off Pandora's box. It's a bloody hard thing getting it back on again. And I would like to say to some of these people who run these so-called far-right groups, the sad fact is, if brains were dynamite, some of the leaders wouldn't have enough to blow their nose. But there's a lot of good people involved in these groups, and they think they're doing the right thing because they're angry. Look, I understand your anger. I'm angry. But rampaging through streets won't cut it. We have to go here for a long-term political solution. We have to campaign to bring the death penalty back in. We have to campaign to have these Muslim extremists rounded up and deported or jailed. That's the way we need to do this. And we need to show the world that we are respectable, decent, ordinary British patriots. But by seeing us rampaging through town, shouting and bawling, and I may say nobody from Britain First does this type of thing, but there are people doing it, and they're doing it out of frustration and anger. I would say to them, please think what you're doing. Don't get involved in violence. Don't get involved in any of this nonsense. And let's remember, there's lots of good Muslims. There's no nice Islam, but there's plenty of good, decent, hard-working, tax-paying Muslims. You can't tar everybody with a one brush, and we have to be sensible here. I'm no soft touch, as you know. I have no time for Islam whatsoever. But let's not get carried away with ourselves here. There's a man here seriously injured in jail. A prison officer. We have the carry on now with the Help for Heroes not accepting money from the EDL, which I think is absolutely wrong. But at the same time, we need to stop and think what we're doing. And I would appeal to folk who are calling for folk out in the streets to stop doing it. You cannot bring men out in the streets and let them run rampage. It's given us a bad name, it's detracting from the cause, and it's making us look extreme, and the people who the real problem is getting off the hook. So go for a political solution, go for a long-term solution, and let's campaign to have action taken against the people who are such a threat to us, this country and our soldiers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.